After a successful brainstorming session, a project team is often floating on a cloud of endless ideas. Everyone is enthusiastic, the whiteboard is covered in sticky notes, and the energy is high. But this is the exact moment where many Six Sigma projects stall.
How do you choose the right solutions without getting bogged down in endless discussions or corporate politics? In the improve phase, we don't guess and we don't vote based on who has the loudest voice. We use two powerful filters: the pick matrix to quickly categorize our options, and the Pugh matrix to mathematically score them against the status quo. This is how you separate the wheat from the chaff with laser-like precision.
Section 1. The two powerful filters.
So to truly strip away all that subjectivity and office politics, we actually deploy these tools sequentially. We're going to start with our macroscopic tool, the pick matrix. It's a beautifully simple 2x2 grid. On one axis, you've got difficulty or effort required to implement an idea, ranging from low to high. And on the other axis, we look at the potential payoff or impact on our goal. Basically, you take your massive list of brainstormed ideas, score them on a scale of 1 to 10 for both effort and impact, and plot them right onto this grid. This is where the acronym comes into play. If an idea is low effort but also low payoff, that falls into P for possible. Minor things to kind of keep in mind, but definitely not a priority. Now, low effort, high payoff, that's I for implement. These are your quick wins, the absolute low-hanging fruit. You want to do these immediately. High effort, high payoff is C for challenge. We're talking major projects here that are going to need a solid business case. And finally, high effort, low payoff, that's K for kill. Delete them instantly. Literally, don't even look back. They are absolute time wasters.
Okay, so once we've done that, we apply our microscopic filter, the Pugh matrix. Developed by Pugh, this tool evaluates our surviving top-tier ideas against a very specific baseline. We call this baseline the datum. And the datum is, well, simply our current situation. It's the exact way your process works today.
In the Pugh matrix, we define the specific criteria that really matter to our project, things like cost, speed, or quality. Then we ruthlessly score each new solution against the datum. If an idea is better than our current process, boom, it gets a +1. If it's equal, it gets a 0. Worse, -1. We then sum the scores to reveal the mathematical winner. Seriously, there are no emotions involved here, no arguing, just pure objective evaluation.
Section 2. Practical case, BlueprintRM&Co.
All right, let's imagine we're working with BlueprintRM&Co, which is a premium e-commerce logistics environment. The goal here is absolutely critical. How do we reduce the number of shipping errors for high-end design gadgets? I mean, when you're shipping premium, really expensive items, every single error damages the brand and, quite frankly, costs a fortune. So we need a bulletproof solution.
During the define and measure phases, we verified the root causes, and our project team brainstormed an impressive 30 potential ideas to fix the shipping error problem. Now, 30 ideas, that's fantastic for creativity. But let's be real, it's a total nightmare for execution. We desperately need our filtering system.
Step 1. We run all 30 ideas through the pick matrix. Imagine those sticky notes flying across the whiteboard. Let's say someone proposes, hey, let's hire 50 extra quality checkers. Well, that's incredibly high effort, massive cost, and surprisingly low payoff, since humans still make manual errors. Slammed straight into the kill quadrant. Gone. But another proposal, implement a barcode scan check at the final sealing station, is relatively low effort to program and yields a massive high payoff in catching wrong items. That goes straight to the implement quadrant. Now for step 2, the Pugh matrix shootout. From our pick matrix, we've narrowed those 30 ideas down to the 3 absolute best contenders. We've got a smart camera verification system, an RFID tracking system, and an extensive standard operating procedure, or SOP, retraining program. We pitch these 3 against the datum. Again, that's our current manual checking process, and we map 3 non-negotiable criteria: implementation cost, processing speed, and error reduction.
So, let's watch this shootout unfold. The datum is marked S for standard. That's our 0 baseline. Now look at RFID. It's better on speed and better on error reduction, so it earns +1s. But wow, the implementation cost is so massive it's actually worse than the current standard, earning a -1. Total score, +1. Next up, SOP retraining. Sure, it's cheaper, earning a +1 for cost, but it slows the whole line down and human error remains exactly the same. Total score, 0. Finally, the smart camera. The cost is comparable to our current overhead, it vastly improves speed, and it significantly reduces errors. Total score, +2.
The math has spoken. The undisputed numerical champion is smart camera verification. Notice what just happened. We didn't have to argue for 3 hours in a boardroom about whether RFID was cooler or if training was cheaper. The Pugh matrix simply calculated the perfect balance of speed, cost, and quality.
Section 3. The power of objective selection.
Let's step back and look at what we've actually accomplished by completely transforming the decision-making dynamic. The power of objective selection literally cannot be overstated. First off, it eliminates subjective bias entirely. Second, it completely neutralizes those pet projects. Even if a senior manager really wanted that fancy, expensive RFID system, the data shows exactly why it's suboptimal. Third, it provides you, the Lean Six Sigma Black Belt, with a bulletproof, data-backed recommendation report. When you walk into that executive board meeting, you aren't asking for a favor. You are presenting a mathematical certainty. And that instills absolute confidence.
So, the next time your team is staring at a massive wall of sticky notes, totally paralyzed by choice, remember, don't vote and definitely don't guess. Use the pick metrics to clear the noise and the Pugh metrics to calculate the champion. What stalled project or political boardroom argument could you solve tomorrow by simply doing the math? For education and entertainment.